and curfew the next, with all normal life at a standstill and only the uneasy quiet of violent feelings bottled up.
In July, President Yahya Khan gives his first press conference since the massacre began.
Perhaps due to the monsoons, because they had declared aim actually that they would increase it during monsoons. And I think they have done so a little more. But they find that the army is more alert in monsoons than in normal times. It's a question of who moves first. Whenever the army has the news that a certain village is being persecuted, being fired at, being grilled by these guerrillas, army reaches there. Well, army can't reach everywhere. So what is happening really is that the people themselves are now organizing village defense.
The Bengalis were helping the Mufti Bahini. The army in reply creates a paramilitary organization to help them, the Razakars. But many of these also defect to the guerrilla.
I would like to make it absolutely clear that we shall defend our honor. We shall defend our territorial integrity with all the forces at our command.
Do you know that nobody can suppress the 70 million people? There are only 70 million people determined to achieve something, nobody can suppress it. We cannot tolerate any more all this system.
These are the people who gave birth to the dream of Pakistan, and for 23 years watched that dream being killed by the military rulers of the Western Wing. They were denied the fruits of their labor. They were denied a voice in their own affairs. Bengali shops fly Pakistani flags or even display pictures of Yahya Khan as insurance against army reprisals. In broad daylight on the main streets of Dhaka, civilians are stopped by soldiers and searched for arms. The army has begun to feel threatened by the guerrillas it once dismissed with such contempt. And the army has reason to feel threatened. In the heart of Dhaka, guerrilla sabotage units carry out a daring raid on the film section of the Pakistani administration's information office. With increasing frequency.
When I tried to leave by the hotel front door, they pushed me back at gunpoint. The army clampdown on Dhaka had begun. It was a ruthless exercise in intimidating the city's virtually unarmed population. Later on Friday, from the hotel, we watched tanks rumbling through Dhaka's mostly empty streets. Occasionally, a few warning shots were fired to keep people indoors. There'd been very little resistance by East Pakistan independence volunteers. An ordeal by fire.
Fight it out to the last.
But a lot of men might die.
It's the price of the freedom.
For what freedom? Not yours.
It's mine, yes, my country, Pakistan.
You still consider that you stand a fighting chance
Pakistan
of...
will stay, yes, inshallah will stay.
I wanted to tell the world what was happening, and I went up the air in the evening and I made the declaration.
On behalf of our great national leader, the Supreme Commander of Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, do hereby proclaim the independence of Bangladesh.
Pakistan's defeated army laid their pistols, Sten guns and rifles on the grass in the final token of surrender. I asked the Pakistani Chief of Staff, Brigadier Baghir Siddiqui, what he'd felt about the ceremony.
Well, it's all right. Part of the game, I suppose.
It didn't cause you any qualms?
Well, you know, you can understand our feelings, but as the General said, this does happen, and so people have to play the game, and I think it's a part of the game. We have to accept it in good grace.
Why did you, in the end, surrender?
Because for the consideration of the human life.
Thousands of women throughout Bangladesh. She is carrying a child she does not want.
She says that her husband was in the Mukti Bahini. He was a commander of the...
It is perhaps fitting that the Mukti Bahini was at the forefront when the Pakistani High Command in the East threw in the towel.
Dhaka is now the free capital of a free country. The instrument of surrender was signed in Dhaka at 16:31 hours Indian Standard Time by Lieutenant General A. Nazi on behalf of the Pakistan Eastern Command. Lieutenant General Jagdeep Singh Arora, GOC in command of the Indian and Bangladesh forces in the Eastern Theatre, accepted the surrender.
The country was dismembered. The unity was sundered. And a yawning gap was opened between you and us. In a sense, it may now be too late to cry over what has happened already. But it is never too late to repent, to say Tawbah from the depths of our hearts. As I said earlier, the people of Pakistan respect your decision. They and the government of Pakistan recognize and respect the sovereignty and independence of Bangladesh. More than that, we wish you rapid progress and prosperity. We extend to you all our goodwill, and we are prepared to cooperate with you to the extent that you desire.
December 6th, India makes a final commitment to the people of East Bengal. Bangladesh is recognized. The Lok Sabha cheers as Mrs. Gandhi introduces Humayun Rashid Chaudhry as His Excellency, the Ambassador of Bangladesh.
Madam Prime Minister, you are not only the leader of the great people of India, you are a leader of the people of Bangladesh.
বাংলাদেশ নাও চিনে ও পৃথিবী তোমায় জানাই স্বাগত এই দিনে ও পৃথিবী এবার এসে বাংলাদেশ নাও চিনে ও পৃথিবী তোমায় জানাই স্বাগত এই দিনে দেখেছি প্রথম যে